Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by this video. If you are new here, my name is Nakia Pleasant. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I moved from California to New York City in about 3 or 4 months, I believe it took me. The first question that I get a lot is, why did you choose to move to New York and why not LA if you were already in California? So if you don't know, I am from the Bay Area, born and raised in Oakland, and I had some experience in LA already, not like work experience, nothing like that, but like just general, like I visited LA a few times, like a full handful. But LA is just, the fashion scene out there is more celebrity, TV, and fast fashion, which at the time when I was like, and still kind of now, I just like, I don't, like, it's not me. And the people in LA are different, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And I don't know what it is in the air, the water, the vegan food. Maybe, I have no idea. The second question is, why did I move so fast? So I already have planned to move to New York, and if you haven't watched this video of, I talked about New York there, and I talked a brief kind of rundown of like my whole story, but you can watch it there and see that in 2018, I did intern in New York for 3 months, so I already knew what living in New York would like potentially be like. At the time when I decided to move to New York, I was working at a job doing trend coordinating or like forecasting trends for a company called Charlotte Russe, and I was doing that, and it was only like going on my 5th or 4th month there at the job, and they went bankrupt. So at the time, I was already still in school. I was a senior. It was my last semester. Honestly, before the bankruptcy, I wasn't even planning on leaving Charlotte Russe, to be honest. I was going to try to stay as long as I could, even if it was whatever. Like, I would have tried to do something there. So when that happened, I was like, okay, well, I'll start looking. And mind you, I was really open-minded. Like, you can ask my parents. Like, I was so open-minded. I was like thinking about Seattle, because I know I have family in Seattle. Nordstrom's in Seattle. Amazon is in Seattle. So there's a lot of stuff in Seattle. And then there's also like Nike and like sports companies in Portland, Oregon. And then I also looked at Texas because of Neiman Marcus. I looked at Atlanta for movies and TV. I would rather do stuff in Atlanta than do it in LA, I know. But that's how much I just like LA. I just can't. And where else did I look? I looked in Philly, Chicago. I looked at a lot of places, y'all, because I was open-minded. Like, I just wanted to leave the Bay Area because, like I said, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I just felt like I hadn't got any, experience living by myself or anything like that. Like, I never had to, I didn't have to stay in a dorm for college. I didn't have to move away for college, So I think I was just really, really eager at this point to just go. Like, I had finally finished college. I got a little peek of what it would be like living, out of the country, or not out of the country, out of the state, from my family. And I was like, oh, I miss it. Like, all the time I would just miss it. And I miss New York and all this stuff. And so I decided in those last, because that was March, I think we found out. April, May, I graduated. June, I left. June 4th was the day I left. I honestly wouldn't recommend that. I know I did it, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would take more time. Like, I think if I were to go back, I would try to convince myself to just, if you really want to go that bad, girl, just go for the summer again, for another summer, and then go back home, and then, take your time to see how things would be and actually take your time and find work and find a place to live and, something more secure. So speaking about money, I got a question about how much money did I save up for moving, and I believe I saved around $3,500. Yeah, $3,500, close to $4,000. And that's me roughly putting it, because I know I was still like spending money to buy a lot of stuff, like extra suitcases, all this flights and all that stuff. So, but before I even bought my flight and everything, I think I had like a good 4,000 saved up. And at the time, I was just saving because I just am like that. I like to save my money just in case if I want to buy something or do something crazy, like move to New York from California. So I just gotta always been like a saver. And a lot of people always ask like, how much money should I save up? Like, and they try to base like my experience on how they would possibly experience moving to New York, I guess, but it's not the same for everyone. Like, I know some people that saved up like $10,000, and like I'm like, good, like I can't do that. I mean, I could, but I was just not. I was ready to go, so it was like I got what I got. It's a good amount, but for me, I mean, I always could have used some extra, 2,000 maybe, but at the end of the day, it was my unpreparedness that really hurt me, not that I didn't save up enough money. So I'll just leave that as that. The next question is, did I find work immediately? No. I mean, yes. I don't know how to talk. Okay, so let me explain. So I came out here June 4th. June 5th, I had an interview with Target and Splashlight Studios. And Splashlight is a big overall studio company that shoots a lot of e-commerce for big brands like Bloomingdale's. I think they also do Ann Taylor, Loft. They also do Target and some other people. Some shoe things, Steve Madden or Aldo, one of those. Anyways, so they do a lot of big commercial, e-commerce work. So I was really excited to get in there and be like on the list as like a freelance stylist. And I went there. I met with the director of stylists on June 5th, the day after I had got in. And I had ended up, she was like, yeah, I think you're great. She's like, I love your resume. She's like, the layout's pretty. So I believe in you. All this great stuff. And we like connected instantly, and I got the job. I didn't end up starting work there until the end of June almost. And then I worked all of July there. So, and with Target and Splashlight, the only reason that didn't really work out in a sense was because I ended up signing all those contracts I did have to sign. I ended up signing one that just acknowledged that this company was net 60. So net 60 means that they allow themselves to pay you within the 60-day range from when you submit your invoice instead of the 30-day range. And you agree to that term with them as you as their hiree or something. It just sucked because they also didn't pay at that 60 days. So mind you, those checks that I was waiting for from June and July, they did not come until late October. So let's count: June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, girl, I'm still shook. I think they came October or August. No, or September. And it didn't come until I threatened them. So technically I did find something to do and like get my feet wet still, and like I met a lot of different freelance stylists and photographers and models and things like that, which also connected me to different jobs, which was nice. And then I also got put on to the stylist that I interned for in 2018 summer in New York. I contacted her again saying I was back in New York. If she needed any help, I'm available for her. I have so much free time and I would love to keep working under her. And she was like, yeah, I'll hire you on as an assistant, because you already know, like, you know, different stylists, if you know, working for stylists, different stylists have their own like way of doing things. So she was like, you already know like my process and stuff, so I trust you, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, awesome. So I got hired to do stuff with her, and that lasted for a couple of months too. And from there, it was just it was what it was. And then another question I get is, how did I find a place? So I don't do this, but I ended up staying with a friend who said I could stay with them for as long as I needed to until I found a job and found a place to stay. And then, you know, things of course didn't work out as I planned for them to work out. I really didn't realize all the fees that were going to be a part of me just renting a room in New York. They treat it as though you're renting a 3-bedroom house, sis. I don't understand. And I will still never understand. It's highway robbery. Like, it would be times where I would look at a place and they want close to $3,000 to move in, but the rent is only $750, and it's a month, and it's just like, where are these fees coming from? Like, so the places I looked on was Gypsy Housing, Roomy, Street Easy, and sublet.com. Those are 4 methods that I always used, and I was just constantly messaging and calling. And I went to a lot of I went to see a lot of places and meet a lot of roommates and stuff. I was all the way in the Bronx trying to look for places like in Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens, just somewhere closer, because I was really up like kind of by Yonkers. So yeah, girl, it wasn't easy at all. I really don't suggest moving here unless you have something really stable or you have someone that you can really, really, really trust. At that point, I realized, like, even my parents, they were telling me, like, this is kind of where you messed up, because you're so focused on finding a place to live and dealing with this drama with friends and dealing with, you know, messy people and rude people. And it's just like, all right, like, I'm so focused on this, and I'm not even focused on applying to jobs like how I should be. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I slowed down in my process of finding jobs. The interview slowed down. Like, everything just slowed down on that part, and it sucked because it just pushed my whole process back and the whole thing. But it is what it is, y'all. And the last question I get is, do I like New York? And I'm like, yeah, of course I love New York. There's a lot of things I can say I do not like, but I mean, I'm here and I love it, especially in summertime. I'm so sad we're on quarantine right now, because I look forward to summertime in New York. I think the vibes, the energy, the people, it's amazing. Staying out late, and you know, girl, if you have a little booth thing, whatever, during summer in New York, you are lit. Like, y'all don't know. Like, just in New York, you never know who you meet, you never know who you run to, you never know what people they do. Like, even the waiter at your, you know, the restaurant you go to, they might be doing something really cool. And you just never know unless you just talk to people, and a lot of people like to talk out here. So I don't know, I like it. I mean, I feel like I might get tired of it, of course. Like, I really don't see myself living here forever, and I really don't see myself raising kids here. I could see them visiting, you know, and getting like experience, and kind of maybe something like how I did is spending summers here. But as far as like raising them here, I don't think I want that. I kind of want them to, you know, have a backyard and just a little bit more suburban. I do have like my regrets on how I dealt with situations, but I don't regret moving that fast or like moving here. Like, I still love it at the end of the day, and I think it made me so much more aware of myself, and like, I felt like I needed to go through the things that I went through to mature and really get, that this adult life is real and really understand that. But yeah, y'all, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this answered a lot of y'all questions about New York and my moving experience from all the way from California to all the way to New York. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Go ahead and push the subscribe button down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.